tape in terms of run defense. What changed from the beginning of that game to the second, third quarter?
Really, I just think the offense caught a rhythm. You know, we were stopping them pretty much throughout the first quarter and everything, and I just think they eventually caught their stride, you know, which all teams do. And they were a talented team. I mean, they had a great running back, they had great receivers, and, you know, pretty much they just caught stride, and they just started making their plays, which any team is going to do.
What's the number one thing you have to do in making it open for your tackle?
The number one thing, just be relaxed. You know, you got to really just rely on your form and, you know, just stare at the guy's waist and, you know, wrap up. I mean, that's pretty much the main aspect of open field tackling.
Did you guys, I mean, there was a couple of series, I mean, you guys kind of note this on film where it seemed like they did run through spots.
Yeah.
And how does that have to get cleaned up?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to go back to our technique. I mean, every game is not going to be perfect. You know, I mean, like I said, the guys are going to make plays, but yeah, we definitely have to rely on technique. I think that we're going for the big hit instead of just making the sure tackle, just put them on the ground. So, I mean, that's going to happen.
Do you feel like some of the same mistakes each week kind of repeating themselves in terms of run defense?
Yeah, I think we're kind of, you know, they're still kind of repeating themselves, but I think we're gonna figure it out eventually. You know, when it really matters. I think that's when you guys will see our stride. I mean, like I said, the Arizona State game, that was when, you know, you guys saw us play a complete game. I mean, the defense was on point, the offense was on point. You didn't see those big plays against us, you know. And I just think we got to put together another one of those games.
As a linebacker, is it more frustrating to give up those yards on the ground or through the air?
Definitely on the ground. You know, we feel more responsible for that. We feel like we have a more hand in that. So, I mean, we definitely take onus on that when they're running through and getting first down and getting 8 yards on a carry and stuff like that. So, yeah, we definitely take that personally.
Coach Morris said that he thought if there was one aspect of your game that could improve, it'd be pass rush.
Yeah.
What is it? He said you're not completely natural at it. What is it about it that is the challenge to you that you're not getting, and what do you think you need to work on?
I just think it's something that, you know, I just never really worked on or never really focused on in high school or just even getting here. You know, my main thing was coverage, and I think I almost had 2 sacks in the game, but the guy got away from me, so I got to work on that. But, you know, really just, it's not really a natural thing that I do, and that's something that I have to work on, and I'll get better at it. But they sent me on a couple rushes, and I almost made a play, but I got to make those plays, and I'll get better.
How do you work on it? I mean, some of it's your hands, everything. I mean, do you go work with a different coach? How do you get better?
Just extra time after practice or before practice, you know, getting out early or staying after and just putting in a little extra time. It doesn't have to be like an hour or anything, but, you know, like 15 minutes, just kind of, you know, fine-tuning things.
Like you said in that Colorado game, it seemed like you got after the quarterback a little bit more. Did they ask you to do a little bit more?
Yeah, Coach Brick told me they were gonna send me a little bit more this week. Normally I'm more to the cover side of things, but they sent me a little bit. And I almost got there, but, you know, I didn't. I gotta make those plays. And, yeah, I'll get better at it. You know, it was kind of the first week where they let me go, and I almost made a play, but I would.
How tough is it to develop those pass rush skills when you're asked to drop in coverage so much?
It's not tough at all. You know, we work on it every day in practice. You know, it's just doing it live in the game. And, you know, it's people watching and, you know, the refs out there and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's not difficult at all. I just have to work on it. I'm definitely going to work on it this week, and hopefully it'll pay off. So we'll see.
It seemed like you guys were generating a little bit more, you know, pressure early on the pocket. What changed as the game went on?
I just think their offense caught a rhythm. You know, I mean, in the beginning, we just came out guns blazing, and I don't think they really had an answer for it. And eventually, you know, they kind of switched up things, started doing different things, and the offense, you know, again, caught a rhythm. You know?
Do you feel like a good defense can stop an offense that's in a rhythm?
We should be able to. You know, I mean, that's kind of what we're out there to do, and I feel like we should have been able to kind of somewhat control what they were doing. But I mean, once they started doing what they were doing, I mean, we just didn't really have an answer for it. You know, I mean, we stopped them on a couple of occasions, but I felt like we could have did a whole lot better. But at the end of the day, you know, we won at the end of the game, and that's really all that matters. I mean, towards the end of the game, we held them to field goals, which was definitely pivotal. Overtime, we held them to field goals. So I just think that, you know, we got better as the game went on. You know, we started out strong, had a little low, and then towards the end of the game, we started controlling them a little bit more and just held them to field goals.
What have you seen from Arizona? Have you looked at film with them at all?
Their offense is very explosive. You know, we can't have a lapse against them, or it's gonna be a high-scoring game. We're gonna be very, very embarrassed at the end of the score. So we're gonna have to come out guns blazing and just maintain that throughout the whole game.
What's kind of your first impression of Solomon?
He's a baller. You know, he's a gamer, and He's a great player. I mean, I remember sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings watching him play Oregon. You know, he's a great player. Yeah, he's talented. He can run. He can pass. I mean, he's throwing game winners. So he's proven that he can do it. You know, and we're gonna have to stop him. We're gonna have to come up with a formula to stop him.
Is that one of those teams that maybe looks like they've taken one of the biggest leaps from when you guys saw them last season to where you see them now?
Me personally, I thought they were a great team last season. You know, I thought they were very tough to deal with Kadeem Carey and B.J. Dinker and just the guys they had last year. But I guess you can say for sure they're taking a leap just by the record and everything and what they're showing. I mean, they're first in the Pac-12, I think, right now. So yeah, I guess if you want to look at it that way, they're definitely taking a leap.
What did you have at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Oh, what did I have?
Yeah. You skipped over the important stuff.
I think I had like barbecue wings,
Barbecue
ranch,
wings,
yeah, something simple.
Spicy?
No, I don't do spicy.